Hi, hello, how you doing? Welcome back to another rant room. Rant room. Yo, you really pissed me off. So now I'm on a rant. First of all, I just want to apologize for the hella blurriness. Apparently, these lights in our room do absolutely nothing for us, along with the fans. So I apologize. That's probably why it's hella blurry. I really need to get with other YouTubers and record on a camera rather than my laptop. Plus, it won't do that little freeze thing every 2 seconds. Yeah, but I can't really do anything about that because for my birthday, I'm really into rose gold stuff, and I wanted a rose gold laptop. And so that's what my dad got me. He got an old rose gold Apple laptop and redid it so it would be of this century. So anyway, so that's why I don't want to replace my laptop because it's a rose gold laptop. And this blurriness is like, seriously, it's distracting me too. I know it's horrible, you guys. It's horrible. I know. I need to do something about it for reals. I don't think I will ever get a hold of editing. I don't think I will ever get that. But I do want to switch to a camera. Because then, when I'm doing hands-on stuff, like the Poppin cooking stuff, y'all can see me and the foods at the same time. I really need to get with that. Anywho, is this or is this not a rant video? It is. So, let's get started. Okay, so we were recently down in northern Indiana. I forgot what this weird ass place was called, a Waka Flocka something. I don't know. It's something weird. Down in northern Indiana. By Notre Dame. Oh my god, people. Okay, first of all, these people, these volunteers, whoever they are, do not know shit about where they're working. Because the first time ever in the history of all concerts we've been to, never have we ever heard of that. You cannot, absolutely cannot, take a bag into the building unless it is medical supplies. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know this was a hospital all of a sudden. Medical supplies. Okay, but bitch, I got seizures. Okay, this medical supplies. Let me the fuck in. Okay, this is not medications. That's medical supplies. Like, bitch, like, I don't understand. Like, check my bag and let me go in. Like, why is the bag not allowed in there? Yeah, I do not understand that at all. So, they legit will not let us in there. There's a guy that we see, and my mom is arguing about this. Like, you just let that guy in, and he has a backpack. She's like, there was medical supplies in there. Like, okay, first of all, I'm not saying this to be racist, because I am not in any way racist, but this, how come some black chicks just gotta come at you with an instant attitude? Whatever. So there's this black security guard, and she's coming at him. She's like, I verified that. There was medical supplies in that bag. I verified it. It's like literally answered as if she was about to fight my mom. Like, dude, she is not fighting with you. She's saying a legit fact that you let that guy in and he had a backpack. And they let him in, no problem. So, anyway, they will not let us in. At least that bitch won't. So, another nice, kind of older white lady gives us, instructions on where to go to get a clear bag. Like, I don't freaking understand this. I legit do not. Like, what is the difference of if you check my bag and let me in rather than getting a clear bag where you can see everything in my bag? It's like, why don't you just check it? There's literally no difference. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it because it does not make sense. It's like, so checking my bag and getting a clear bag. There's literally no difference. You're looking at what's inside either way. oh my god, I don't understand. If you need to check it when we go in and go out, like, thinking that, what are you thinking, that we're stealing something? Like, because that legit can't happen, because there are people behind every kiosk, whatever. So there's literally no opportunities, and the security guards everywhere. So there's literally no opportunities to do that. So I literally do not understand this concept of not being allowed to bring a bag into the stadium. Anywho, the concert was awesome. By the way, but okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Okay, so she tells us to go to this bookstore to buy a clear bag. She says go to entrance B. We walk all the freaking way to the other side of the building, to section B, and there's no store over there that she's talking about. Like, what the frick? The only kiosk that's there is clearly selling t-shirts, and obviously it's not going to be there. And we asked the people who are at the entrance there checking tickets and whatnot. They have no flippin' idea what the fuck we're talking about. Then we ask this older gentleman who's some kind of police officer, I think, and he tells us to go buy this clearly food kiosk. Like, no, my sir, no, my good dude, that is not going to be selling bags. And then we talk to these bitches, and they have no flippin' idea what we're talking about, because they're clearly selling walking tacos. And so finally, my mom actually takes it upon herself and uses her God-given brain and sees that there is a bookstore literally right around the corner from there. But, but they close at 8, which is the exact same time that the concert starts. I'm like, what the frick? We even go to the door. Thankfully, the workers are still in there. She goes to the door and she's like, she tells her what's up, whatever, and she's like, we literally have no option. We're like, we need a bag or we're not allowed into the concert. And by the way, we Ubered there, so my mom literally has nowhere to drop off her bag. So anyway, we tell her, like, we're not, like, we can't go into the building if we can't get that bag. Like, you're the only place open. And thankfully, there are other people who come there. Though, like, clearly they're going to be, like, they're all, like, we shut down the registers and everything. My mom's like, oh, what if I pay cash and stuff like that? She's like, we shut down the registers. So, anyway, thankfully, there are other people coming because they're sending everybody to this freaking bookstore. And they tried to give us the bullshit. She's like, they were also trying to give us an attitude, back the people at the entrance, give us an attitude saying, it was on the website, there was a sign right there, and stuff like that. It's like, it was nowhere. The people coming up are even like, it was nowhere on the flipping website. It was nowhere. That's literally the first sign we've seen, and stuff like that. So there was no warning. There should have been, like, a warning on the concert information or something like that when we bought the damn ticket saying no bags allowed. Like, it was literally nowhere. So they're, like, pulling lies out of their assholes. Anyway, the story's going everywhere. I apologize. I'm forgetting details and having to go back. So anyway, the manager sees this, that there's, like, more people coming, whatever, and she's like, honestly, like, just accept us in, turn back on your registers. It's money, it's business, like. Anyway, so they do eventually, turn back on the registers, because they're like, oh my god, they're sending everybody to us when we're obviously closed. Like, why would they do this to us? Stuff like that. Anyway, so everybody gets their bags. We get into the concert, thankfully, but, oh my gosh, it does not end there, people. Okay, with concerts, we all know there's gonna be drunkies and weed. Oh my god, there is always weed, and oh my god, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, not sorry for those of you who smoke weed, but it stinks. Like, stinks like nothing I have ever smelled. Like, so I don't understand why you would do it. I don't care how it makes you feel. It stinks. And yes, I have tried it before, and I nearly died, so I can say this. Anywho, so yes, about not even halfway into the damn concert, there is this drunk ass wannabe belly dancer right next to my mom and stuff like that. And she's like everywhere. She's treating the damn bleachers like a freaking concert stage, whatever, of her own. And then freaking Beer Belly behind me is like moving this way towards us and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh my god, go in your freaking seats. Like, I don't understand what is happening here. And that freaking wannabe belly dancer, like, oh my god, if that was my mom, I would be so embarrassed. Like, not even halfway into the concert, and she's drunk off her ass. And then, oh my gosh, okay, rules of the thing. Yes, the bleachers are not your personal stage. Okay, personal bubble. Get your fucking belly off my hair. Okay, be aware that there are people around you. Not be swinging your arms and your legs and like acting like Squidward up in here. And then if you are a Sasquatch, hunty, sit the fuck down. Because nobody can see over your big ass head. Okay? Sit down if you a Sasquatch. You do not need to be standing up. Okay? Standing up is for them short people who cannot see. Okay? Thank you. Okay, have some courtesy. Okay, so other than that, the concert is amazeballs. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut to after. I feel like something happens before that. No, I don't think it does. I don't know, but okay, since this is on bleachers though, like it's scaring. I am terrified of heights, y'all. I'm terrified of heights. I was just taking off my posters little bit ago, like a couple months ago, whatever, and like I had to go on the very tippy top of the ladder, and like, oh my god, y'all, I grabbed onto the ladder with all my might, and I damn near cried from my mother because I am that terrified of heights. Anyway, so yes, when it comes to bleachers and stairs, when there's nothing to hold on and stuff like that, and even standing up to record and stuff like that, like, you know, it scares the bejeebers out of me. So like my mom's all the way back there, whatever, and I'm just like, all I can think about when I'm dealing with heights is that I need to get off. Like, I need to get off. So I'm like going as fast as I can. Thank goodness my line is moving faster, and I'm like, just get off. You know, my mom's like back there, and she's like, don't lose me. And I'm like, dude, I need to get off these stairs. Like, all I can see is the stairs, and I'm staring straight ahead and straight down. And I'm like, all I can think about is get off the stairs. So anyway, I do have a little heart attack because I'm like waiting at the entrance, stuff like that. I'm like, you know, watching all these people go by, and I have like a mini heart attack. I'm like, oh my god, where's mom? So what if something happened to her? Somebody took her, somebody hit her, something happened to her, whatever. We get out okay. We made a mistake. Okay, all that bag searching made us a little late. We only missed like one or two songs. Probably just one song. Usually we get the t-shirts before, because at the end, usually that's when it's going to be crowded. And, well, it was crowded. And then when we do get t-shirts, we try to get the t-shirts that say the concert information on the back of them. There's only been one other occasion at a Keith Urban concert where there was no t-shirts in my size, but like, you always have to have a souvenir to say that you went to the concert. So it was definitely a small, and I had to buy it anyway, just as a souvenir, proof to say that I went to the concert. Unfortunately, they run out of all the shirts that have the concert information, but we have to buy a Billy Joel t-shirt anyway. So we do buy a t-shirt, and then we head all the way. Thankfully, we bought, we had to go around, since we had to go around and find the bag, we saw that there is the kiosk t-shirt there. And so we walked back over there after the concert to see if they still have a t-shirt that has the concert information on it. And luckily they do. Yes, it's not in our size, but they have a small. Same as the Keith Urban. I'm like, I'll take it. Anyway, so obviously, you know, we're a little bit hot. We're tired. We're ready to go home. But we had to do a lot of walking that day. So, I'm like, that's my exercise for the month. So, walking, we're trying to find, we have to get out of the area to where, the cones are where you cannot enter. So it feels like we're walking forever. We're in like the middle of nowhere. There's like no signs anywhere, to indicate where we are so we can give the information to the Uber app to get an Uber. And even if we could, the internet is down and we're not being able to see anything on the apps. I know, and I feel like freaking, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is the end for us. Like we're literally stranded in the middle of nowhere. After it feels like hours of walking in the middle of nowhere, we finally sit down on some steps. It starts to drizzle, and I'm like, oh my god, just our luck. And right when I start complaining about the internet not working, I go back into the app and it magically works all of a sudden. And it completely works. But okay, after it rains, we walk over to Gordon's Food, and unfortunately, it's closed. But at least it has a little shelter thing on it for when it rains. It did actually stop raining once we got there, but yeah. Anyway, so compared to Lyft, Uber is $50 and Lyft is $14. Yeah, I think we'll get a Lyft. But every time we keep trying to get a Lyft, it kicks us off. It kicked us off like 5 times. And I think she said even a driver like declined. So anyway, yeah, like even more so, I'm like, oh my god, we're stranded. There's nobody at home. Like, what do we freaking do? Like, it keeps kicking us off. Like, we have no ride, and everybody else is getting their ride and stuff like that. It's like, oh my god, like, there are police officers there. Like, I'm like, oh my god, damn near ask the police officer to drive us home. Like, there's nothing we can do. So then, oh yeah, and by the way, we stopped at 7-Eleven and tried to get a drink. Yeah, thinking that a Slurpee was going to quench my thirst. It was so wrong. All it did was make me more thirsty. Yeah, so being thirsty, hot, tired, like feeling hopeless, stranded out in the middle of nowhere. We sit down only for it to start raining again, but thankfully, Uber has gone down to $30. So we're like, oh my gosh, if Lyft keeps kicking us off, just get a freaking Uber. Oh my gosh, finally we get a hold of an Uber and we get to the room and, shower and just like pass out in bed. Well, not really because I stayed up till 5 a.m. But yeah, the worst concert experience of my life. I do not want to go to any more freaking concerts. I think this has been the longest freaking video I've ever made. And yeah, Northern Indiana, F you. Okay? Notre Dame, F you. Okay? And once again, this was a birthday gift to my mother, ruined. I mean, yeah, the concert experience was not ruined, but everything before and after it was. So, I don't know. But, yeah, that's it. And I'm going to end this video here. And, oh my gosh, I'm going to edit. Well, I really shouldn't say edit, because I don't edit my videos even though if I knew how. Which I don't. It is, yeah, it's almost 10:40 at night, past my bedtime. So, yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. Alright, stay true and do you wishes. Okay, bye.